Hi everybody, Jessie here from jessiebanks.com and welcome back to another video. So for today's video I have for you, I filmed the card that I made for the April sneak peeks of the Save the Day stamp set from the Greeting Farm, and I didn't get a chance to get it edited then for you all, so I'm doing that now. I do pull out that Plain Amazing stamp set to use the clouds in the background. So this is a one layer card, so when I do these, well, I use my sleeve so that my hand doesn't stick to the plastic, but I always start at what's going to be at the forefront first and work my way back so everything layers in behind itself. I am laying the mask over top of these images in between stamping them. I know I'm not showing that, but I promise I'm putting them on there. It took me like 3 tries to do this because I kept forgetting to put the mask on, so I know they're on there. Just getting our castle stamped in, and then we'll add our clouds, and then we'll be on to the coloring. I really enjoy doing these one layer cards. They take a little bit of time to kind of get everything laid out. I usually use like a piece of printer, like type paper, like printer paper, just the real flimsy stuff, to kind of map out where I'm going to put everything, and then I kind of base it upon there. I am doing the clouds now, so what I did was I stuck both clouds on an acrylic block, the big one on one side and the little one on the other, so I can just flip it back and forth. I'm still stamping on that foam to make sure I get a nice impression, but it makes it a little bit simpler. So I've masked out all of those clouds, and now I've cut this piece, and this is going to allow me to create the ground and the sky with distress inks so that I don't have to fight to be able to do that. So we're just starting off with some greens here to lay in our grass. I'm not pushing really hard with the blending. Like, this is sped up 3 times the original speed, so I am going really, really fast. I don't move this fast in real life. It just doesn't happen. It takes me a lot longer than that to do it normally. So once we get our back, or our ground all inked in here, then we'll move on to the sky. I did make it fairly dark. Now, it looks a lot lighter than it is once you pull everything off and add the sky in. It does get darker as I get everything colored. I'm pulling it up very carefully. I'm just making sure that all of my masks stay on my images because I am going to put the other half of that down now on the bottom there, as you can see, and start working on the sky. So I'm going to start off very, very light, and I'm mapping in where I want the yellow and then the pink, and then I go into the blue and the purple just to give it a little bit of like a sunset feel, so it's not just a blue sky, it's kind of like at that dusk time of day. So we're going to add in our pink, and then we blend in our purple. So I do go over this twice because the first time I'm not really worried about blending the colors together. I'm just worried about getting the colors laid out where I want them. So just keeping it nice and light, taking your time. I mean, go nice and slow. You're not in a hurry. This ink blends beautifully. I really like distress ink for this. You could probably use the oxides. They aren't as transparent, so the color would be a lot heavier. I had the distress inks upstairs, so those are what I used because I didn't film in the basement because I didn't want to go downstairs. It's like spring's coming and the sky is finally blue and everything feels a lot happier, so it's nice to kind of hang out upstairs. So you can see how kind of splotchy and not really blended it looks right now, but that'll get better as we go back through here once we add in the purple and do it again. I think I need to re-ink that purple, which I don't think I have, so I should order one of those. I'll mark that down and do that. So now we're going to go back in, and I am going to pull those colors out just a little bit further. So as I'm doing the yellow, I'm pulling it into where I mapped out the pink, and now I'm going to blend the pink into the yellow, and everything else I'm laying down a lot more color now that I'm confident in where I have everything wanting to go. So again, just taking my time. I know I have this really sped up. My hand just looks like it's flying. I can't move that fast. I can talk that fast, as you all know, because I talk really fast in my videos sometimes, but I can't move that fast. It would be nice. I could get a ton of cards made if I could move that fast. Adding in our blues. Wouldn't that be fun if you could, like, you know, ink a background in, like, I don't know, under a minute and just give her like, like, I want to move that quick. I can't move that quick. That's a dream. So, just still blending out those blues. I'm just trying to get everything so that it looks the way I want it to. Now that I have that all blended, we're going to peel off all of our masks. So I just take my time because I don't want to rip the paper or anything. Sometimes it sticks a little harder than I expected. I know this one I had left on there and I went and made lunch, so it stuck a little harder. Then I have to come in and rub to remove where the paper stuck on the green there, you can see. But doesn't it look fun as you pull it off and all those pieces are left bright white underneath so you can color them up with your Copics? I think it's fantastic. I think it's absolutely amazing. This is my favorite part of doing cards like this, is seeing everything when I pull it off and there's all these bright white pieces that need to be filled in with color. I think it's so fun. I'm getting all of those masks off. They take a second. I just need to get them all lifted so I can pull them. Slowly but surely. Come on. Cooperate here. Little piece left on his leg. I just take a white eraser. I tried. That didn't work. Caleb showing you guys his teddy bear. Yep, that's Caleb showing you his teddy bear from his nana, or from his great grandma that he got for Easter. So that tells you when I filmed this video. Now we're going in and I'm going to start we're going to start the Copic coloring. So this is just very, very straightforward. I work dark to light, except for when I do hair, I go light to dark, except I don't think I did that on this one because I blended the hair instead of giving her like strands of hair. Oh no, we'll find out in a minute. But I work dark to light and I only do one coat of marker. I am doing this on Nina Solar White 80 pound cardstock. I do tend to like to Copic, or I used to like to color Copics on my Express It blending card, but I found my last ream was bad. And when I've ever done ink blending and Copic coloring on the same project, I've always used Nina. I never did like the way my Distress inks blended on. I don't know what the cat is doing. Can you guys hear him? I've never liked the way my Copics blended on, or not my Copics, my Distress inks blended on Copic Express It blending card. So that's why I've always had some Nina in my stash in order to do this, and now I have more because it's what I've been using for my coloring lately. So we're just going to take out, these are my BVs, so this is 29, 25, 23, and 20. It's one of my favorite combinations. I use these markers all the time, and I'm using these to color up our little knight here. I know he didn't stamp perfect. That was my fault. It's always my fault. I'm not a very good stamper. But when I finished and I get to the end of the card and all our coloring is done, I do take black. I think I use my EK Success journaling pen and color and re-outline everything so that those lines are nice and bold and really black, so I don't lose any of the depth of them with coloring over them with the markers or with the Distress inks or anything like that. So we're just slowly working our way through this guy. I kind of want variations of tones of the gray, but I want it all to be gray, and I'm going to use the same markers, so I color it in different sections to try and decide what I want darker and what I want lighter and all that fun stuff. So just getting him finished up here. I think I bring my 0 marker in to help blend stuff out, just to give it a little bit more tone variation. Sure do. See? Look at me remembering now. Go Jess-c. Anyway. Oh my goodness. So it's like freedom time. The snow has virtually melted in 3 days. It's almost all gone, aside from where it's been piled over the winter time. And the kids all got their bikes back and their rubber boots, and they're gone. Like, I think Caleb's been home for a total of 45 minutes today, and he's just been running around with friends all over town. So that's super awesome. They're really enjoying the weather and not being housebound and not having to wear 5 tons of clothes when they do want to go outside to play. So I'm really happy for them to be able to enjoy that again, which is always exciting. It's Sunday. I have cleaned house. I have boiled water to do dishes. I am so sick of boiling water to be able to do anything. We're under a boil water advisory, which is I've never experienced, and I've lived in this town since I was 2, and I don't think we've ever had one here before, so it's really weird realizing how many things like I need boiled or bottled water in order to do or use. So I'm hoping that that gets itself all figured out here pretty soon. I am coloring these clouds now. Back to the coloring. Yes, I jump back and forth. Welcome to the way my brain works. But I am coloring in these clouds now, and I was off screen for part of it. So I started with the C3 and now I'm going in with the C1 and just slowly blending them in. I don't make the entire cloud gray. I do use a lot of 0 on these just to make them kind of puffy and have still that white tone, but the shape with the gray color. Then we have the C0, I think, is next. And I'm using that for his sword as well. Then into the clouds. And I'm not making everything smooth, and I'm just kind of scribbling it on so that it gets done pretty fast. And then our 0 to blend everything out. This marker is amazing. It pushes color. It doesn't necessarily blend it together. I know lots of people think the colorless blender blends your markers together. I wouldn't say it does that. It moves colors. So if you push it, it'll push it like back into the black line or through the paper, but I wouldn't say it blends it. So I am giving him a wooden handle on his sword, and then I'm using my warm grays to color in our castle here. I do go through and add a little bit of brick accents to the castle just to give it a little more life and make it feel a little bit more like a castle. I just thought it was a fun little texture thing to add into it as I went through everything. So I do that. I say that in almost every video and it drives me crazy all the time. Has anybody else noticed that? I say it and then I'm like, why did I say that? That sounds stupid. One day I will get it out of my vocabulary. I will. It will go away eventually. It has to, because I really dislike saying it. So it must go somewhere. So yeah, this one you guys will see today, the other one you guys will see tomorrow. So you'll see this one first. I'm really hoping to get back into doing more videos now that work has calmed down and I'm not working crazy hours, and I'll have a little more time at home, and Caleb will have less time for me because he'll be with his friends, because he's 8 and they have freedom in a town of 400 people, so he doesn't like to be with me more than he has to, apparently, which, I mean, that's fine. We hang out, don't get me wrong, but he kind of does his thing with his friends, which is good for him. It teaches him some independence and things, so I enjoy that. Now I am going to do her hair, and I do just blend her hair. I don't do flicks or anything this time. I just kind of kept it really, really smooth and a transition of colors. I have windows open. I don't know if you guys can hear the leaves and things blowing around outside, but I can't leave the house closed up anymore. It's so nice it's like airing out all the winter stuffiness, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it, even if it is a little chilly inside. I just put on a sweater and a pair of slippers, and I'm content, you guys. I'm content. Finishing off blending out her hair, and then we'll come in and do all the colorful bits. I like to get what I call the boring parts done first. So like my grays, my browns, my skin tones. And then I can go in and pull out all of the fun colors. Once I have all of those neutrals in there, I can decide how much color I need and where I need more and where I need less and stuff like that. So I'm starting with this tree is going to be purple. And then I do the little lollipop ones. I make them teal. I went with teal simply because the lower part of the sky is so pink. I wanted something to kind of pop out against it, and that color worked wonderfully for that. So we're just going to carry on coloring these things in. I have more videos coming. I have more greeting farm videos coming. I am filming one using an MFT set. I've got lots of fun stuff coming, so I can't wait to share this with you guys. Like I said, I had no mojo for like 2 weeks. I didn't do anything outside of what I had to do because I had already committed myself to doing it. And now I'm like, I want to color and I want to make pretty things and I want to use all these stamp sets that I bought in the last 2 months that I haven't colored. Oh, I'm so bad. I don't do haul videos simply because I don't want you guys to hold me accountable. And I don't know if people like haul videos. I don't know if you'd even be interested in seeing what kind of stuff I buy in a month, because I could do that. Like I could hold everything together and do like a collective haul at the end of every month type deal, kind of like I do with on the first of the month when I do what I made in, like on May 1st, you guys will see all the cards I made in April. And that just shows, because I don't make videos of everything, so it's nice to show you guys everything that's been on my blog that you haven't seen. So if you guys don't check out my blog, you probably should. The link to that one is in the description box below, but I could do like a monthly haul video on like the same day or the day before or whatever and show you guys what I bought in the previous month. Does anybody want to see what I buy? I don't know. If you guys want to see what I buy, let me know in the description box below. I don't think I buy a whole lot, but if I start filming those, I might realize I buy a whole lot more than I think I do. I don't know. That's my current thought process. Anyway, we're going to do the little peaks, I'm not sure what to call them. The cones on top of the castle and the castle door with our pinks. I love this pink marker combination. I picked it up, I don't know, about 6 months ago, and I've been using it constantly. I think it's nice and bright without being neon. Like I have the RV, the 09, what is it, 0904, that RV090402. I think there's a 6 too. I'm just looking at my marker bag actually. And I find that that one is very, very neon, and this one isn't quite so neon. So I kind of like just that little bit of balance there. The under part of her dress is going to be peach, and then the outside is going to be like a purpley blue color. I used the BV markers for that one. So that's it, just coming up to the end of our card video here. Finishing up her dress, and then I do trace everything out with that black pen, and I add some white spots with a white gel pen. It is probably, I'm going to say, my Jelly Roll pen because I cannot find my Uniballs, so that's that. If you guys aren't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to subscribe. If you enjoy these complete process videos, please give me a thumbs up, shoot me a comment down below. There's a video going to pop up on your screen now. This is something YouTuber recommends for you to watch of something I've had, and I'll see you guys very, very soon in the next one. Bye for now.